Dragon Ball Super kinda ruined Super Saiyans. They don't really have a purpose anymore. Now you could say that this started back in the Cell Saga when the new Super Saiyan was first introduced, but even in the Buu arc, characters with just the first Super Saiyan transformation had a notable impact on the story. You had Goten and Trunks. For a second there, they were the main protagonists. Now majority of their fights were while they were fused as Gotenks, but even Super Saiyan Gotenks put up a solid fight against Buu. The more I think about it, maybe it wasn't Dragon Ball Super that ruined Super Saiyans. It might have happened before. Dragon Ball Super was a part of the equation, but it's not the most responsible. The one who is most responsible for the downfall of Super Saiyans is Goku. When he used Super Saiyan 3 for the first time, yeah, it was a great moment. But let's look at what introducing this form really meant. It forced the fans to accept that Goku held back against Vegeta, which doesn't make any sense when you know the history of those two characters. It is extremely inefficient to use in the land of the living, therefore, it was achieved in the afterlife. And it just so happened to be during a 7-year time skip that we saw none of. So we don't know what kind of training is necessary to make this kind of jump. At that point in time, achieving Super Saiyan was pretty straightforward. Excluding these two, every Saiyan had to experience some kind of extreme emotion to become a Super Saiyan. Goku was enraged over the death of Krillin, Vegeta was furious about the gap between him and Goku as fighters, Gohan was angry at himself. In the earlier moments of Dragon Ball Z, Gohan's timid nature almost cost some of his friends their lives. I think we can all assume Nappa would have killed Piccolo eventually, but in that moment, if Gohan hadn't done what he did, Piccolo wouldn't have died there. He knew that in order to protect his friends from Cell, he had to get stronger. Future Trunks experienced a mixture of sadness over the death of Gohan, but also a rage towards the androids. And with future Gohan, we can make an educated guess and say that the death of all of his friends and family pushed him to becoming a Super Saiyan. I went through all of those situations because it highlights that there was some kind of formula to an increase in the Saiyan's strength. Super Saiyan 2 had a great build up as well. After the first loss against androids 17 and 18, Vegeta flew off on his own to think of a way to ascend past Super Saiyan. And even though Goku was incapacitated from the heart virus, when he woke up, the first thing he talked about was ascending past Super Saiyan. I think the ironic part is, out of the 4 Saiyans that went into the hyperbolic time chamber, only 3 of them went in with the intention of ascending past Super Saiyan. The odd man out, that was Gohan. And it just so happens that he ended up being the strongest and was the one to achieve the goal of reaching a new level of Super Saiyan. We saw Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks use forms that ascended past Super Saiyan, but not enough to qualify as a new form. It was a modification, a little bit of strength for a loss of speed, and we saw it to different degrees. Vegeta got bigger, but his speed still surpassed semi-perfect Cell and his strength was far superior. Trunks went even further than Vegeta and surpassed perfect Cell when it came to brute strength, but he was so slow that it didn't matter. Goku figured out that using Super Saiyan as if it was his natural state would allow him to get a huge boost in power when it was time for battle. He was the first to master the Super Saiyan transformation. But Gohan was the first person to get that same boost in strength without having to increase his muscle mass and lose speed. There wasn't any build-up like that for Super Saiyan 3, it just happened. And the sad part is, that form isn't even used anymore. God Ki has been introduced and anybody with it jumps straight to Super Saiyan Blue. They don't even use Super Saiyan God, which I think is the best form a Saiyan has ever had. Let's just think about what Super Saiyans still matter, and I don't want to hear about Broly or Kale because if you've watched Dragon Ball for long enough, you know they are not normal Saiyans. A Super Saiyan's calling card is golden hair and golden aura. Kale and Broly, their hair is green and they have anger issues. As much as I love Goten and Trunks, in a real fight, they aren't threats right now. And the same goes for Cabba and Caulifla. Maybe you can chalk that up to the ridiculous power creep in Dragon Ball Super, but I think it all goes back to Super Saiyan 3. Because no other Saiyan really wanted to achieve that form, the golden hair wasn't considered legendary anymore. And if you don't think that's a problem, I don't know what to tell you. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and let me know in the comments how you feel about Super Saiyan since the start of Dragon Ball Super. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you know when to upload more videos like this. But until then, this is BigTune and thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.